Good morning, Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond sisters. I got a little frog in my throat. This is actually probably the first time I'm speaking today. Left the house after getting up this morning on this, and here in New York, it's not such a nice day. It's kind of like that, I don't know what you want to call it, overcast, heavy weather feeling. But Casey and I are committed. We're committed to waking up every single day, getting out there, going for our walks, starting the day in peace, starting the day by the water. Because for those of you who don't know me, the water is my sacred space, and it's something that I'm committed to doing most every day, unless there's extenuating circumstances. Good morning, Diane, TGIF. It is Friday. And for those of you who may be new to the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond group here in Facebook, my name is Donna Rudowitz, and I am a licensed clinical social worker as well as a rapid transformational coach. And the work I do in helping women reclaim their brilliance, fall in love with themselves again, and attract true love that lasts. The work I do is a result of my own divorce. And I don't know if many of you have heard my story or not, but I went through a divorce when my girls were, I believe Ashley was about 5 years old or 6 years old, and Rebecca was about 3 or 4. So my girls were very young, and I never thought in a million years that I would go through a divorce. And what ended up happening is I was looking for support. I was looking for help. And this was before Coach B and attract the right partner. And so my divorce was, I was in a place where I really wasn't or didn't want to be. So with that said, I decided that I was going to break out of the crowd, break free from the pack. And that's how I started Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond. And it started very small in that women were seeing what I was doing and how I was handling myself. And they were asking me, hey, Donna, it's just amazing, what you've accomplished and how you've rebounded. And I ended up remarrying and attracting my soulmate. And so I began to teach. And that's when I went back to school to become a licensed clinical social worker, a psychotherapist, because I take the work that I do very seriously, and I just don't want to slap on the word coach on a shingle and say, okay, great, my door is open, because there's so many people who do that today. There's wonderful coaches out there who are very credible, and there's also coaches out there who are not, and they're really playing with people's lives, and they're directing people in ways that aren't the best for them. So over the years, what ended up happening is I really defined and refined the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond process. And now in the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond 12-week program, you give me 3 months and I'm going to change your life around. And it doesn't mean that everything's going to be unicorns and butterflies. It just means that you will leave the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond program a very different woman than the one you came in as. And if you're craving the positive support, if you're craving excellence, if you're craving a high level of coaching, then you're in the right place. Because I don't play small. It's not about living a good life. We believe here at Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond, it's about living an exceptional life. And it's the quality, it's not the quantity, because I could throw a whole bunch of things at you, but it's not going to help you. There's a certain toolbox that we use that is easy to follow, that's practical, that you could begin to apply immediately, that really could shift you in your life. And so what I wanted to talk about today was Coffe Chat. For our Coffe Chat was this concept of consciousness and this concept of circumstance. Many women will view the circumstance they are in as what's defining what's possible and what's not possible. And it's something that we've been taught to do. It's something that we've been conditioned to do. And it actually has nothing to do with circumstance. What is possible for you is not based on what's outside, it's what's based on what's inside. And that's why I'm so committed to the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond curriculum and the work I do. Because the work that we do is we change the subconscious patterns and beliefs and behaviors. Number one, we isolate them, right? We find out, we identify them, then we isolate them, and then we annihilate them. And if you've done coaching and you've read the books, then you know what I'm talking about in the sense of doing the work but nothing ever changes, right? Is that you're reading the books, you're doing, you may go to a course, maybe a landmark forum course or even like a Tony Robbins course, and it feels great for the day, but then there's the transformation doesn't necessarily happen, because give it a few days, then that information sort of flows in and flows out. Where here at Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond, we change it on the cellular level. We change the way that you're operating within yourself and in the world on the cellular level, so you are forever changed and you have created new neural pathways in your brain that will give you the pathway to your success. So if you're looking at your circumstance as what's possible or what's not possible for you, I want to invite you to look at it in another way and understand your circumstance doesn't define what's possible. It's what your belief systems are, your internal belief systems are, and what those dominant belief systems are. That's what's going to decide for you what's possible and what's not possible. And so I want you to sort of think about today how many times a day you think about your future and your outcome of what you want versus how many times a day you think about the struggle or the toxic thoughts or the feelings of loneliness or the feelings of, um, is this possible for me? Am I ever going to meet someone, right? I want you to see the two of those, because what you think about the most is what you're going to bring about. And if you're tired, this is for you. If you are sick and tired of hearing yourself saying you want to change but yet nothing is changing, and this is for you if you don't want to be that woman 20 years from now who, when someone asks you when your divorce was, you're talking as if it happened yesterday, but it was 20 years from that day. Because I could tell you time and time again, and we have done this, we have done significant studies here at Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond for the women who choose not to do the work. There is no judgment if you choose not to do the work. We love you anyway, right? There's this Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond is always a place that we love you anyway. But we have done studies where we have reconnected with the women who decided not to do the work, and 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and the sobering fact really is that nothing has changed for them. And that's, again, why I am so committed to the work I do, because if there's one woman that's walking in this world with a soul fracture, that's one woman too many. And if you are that woman, if you could take one thing from today's coffee chat, is find a mentor or coach to help you, because you cannot do this work alone. I have tried it 1,000 times, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.